get a separation and GTFO. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. On the most recent episode of 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After, Jenny's family met Sumit's. Previously, Jenny's daughter and daughter-in-law had spoken to them on the tell-all. Now, they met up in person. Sumit's mom was of course not there. Christina urged them to open their hearts. After all, Jenny and Sumit have been together for a decade. Those 10 years mean nothing to Sumit's family. His father is demanding that the marriage end. On Season 7, Episode 15 of 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After, Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh braced themselves for an awkward dinner. They were at a restaurant, awaiting Sumit's family, wondering who among them would show. And wondering how badly things would go. With them were Jenny's daughter, Christina, and Christina's wife, Jen. The two were there to meet Sumit's family in person, but also to support Jenny. She needs someone truly in her corner, if it comes to that. Previously, Sumit's brother Amit and Amit's wife Shri showed up with Sumit's aunt. Sumit's parents were no-shows. This time, his father Anil attended the dinner. Sana, who viciously disowned Sumit for marrying Jenny, once again did not make an appearance. Sumit's awful mom told him that she would insult him and kick him out if he showed his face at her home. It's probably best that she wasn't at the table. Christina and Jen were open and friendly. They have clashed somewhat with Sumit's brother during the tell-all. But tell-all specials are for arguments, right? In person, they hope to have a tentative clean slate and enjoy a tense family dinner. Alas, it was not so. Anil explained Sana's absence by saying that she is not well. And no, he does not mean a physical ailment. And, as Sana once famously boasted on camera, if she had diarrhea, it would not hold her back from doing anything. Weird brag, but okay, Sana was instead sick from anger and stress over Sumit marrying Jenny, Anil claimed. It is not unreasonable to hate someone so much that you feel physically ill. But Jenny truly does not deserve that. Christina implored Sumit's family to open their hearts. We hope that this idiom did not become lost in translation. After all, she pointed out, Jenny and Sumit have been in this relationship for a whole decade. Why keep fighting it? Unfortunately, this was not enough to inspire Sumit's family to become reasonable. Shri pushes the idea that cultural differences make it impossible for the family to accept Sumit's marriage. Yes, she says, American culture ostensibly accepts May-December romances, but Indian culture does not. The first major problem is that Sumit is from the same culture, but still chose this. And we all know that he's not unique. Uncommon, but not unique. And the second major issue is that Jenny and Sumit aren't asking for Indian culture to change. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click on the bell icon to get new video updates. Sumit just wants his family to love him. Not the culture, his actual family. But apparently Anil and Sana have felt inundated and harassed by phone calls. We'd say you who is answering the phone in 2022, but, you know what, that is a cultural difference. Or a generational one, anyway. The calls are shaming them and Sumit for marrying an older woman. Weirdly, they are seemingly more concerned with this toxic peer pressure from busybodies than they are with Sumit's happiness and his right to self-determination. Unfortunately, Anil, Amit, and Shri are not budging on this. They won't accept Jenny or this marriage. It's like talking to a stone wall. And with that in mind, Jenny had no choice but to suggest that there is an alternative. What if, she suggested, everything might be easier if she and Sumit moved to America together? Ostensibly, this would mean less negging from relatives and neighbors, since none of these insufferable busybodies would spot Jenny and Sumit on the street together. More honestly, Jenny is feeling a little frustrated with where things stand in India. She'd love to show Sumit where she comes from. Meanwhile, Sumit felt shocked that Jenny brought this up. Maybe it would nudge his family to accept him to keep him from leaving. Or maybe not. In the teaser for Season 7, Episode 16, Anil announces that he's going to speak the truth. It is, to be clear, a very bitter truth. He and Sana and the rest of the family are not happy with Sumit and Jenny's marriage. Anil expresses his demand to the couple. "We want a separation from Jenny," he says. It is possible that parts of this statement or other context did not make it into the teaser. That's how promos work. But there's no way that this can be a good thing. Best case scenario, Anil is saying that the family wants to spend time separated from Jenny. That they want to see Sumit on his own. But it seems more likely that he means a separation. As in, Sumit and Jenny would have to live apart, not as spouses and not as a couple. Several huge steps backwards for them. This relationship is not going to last, Anil declared of the decade-spanning romance. He insisted that it will be finished within 1 or 2 years. That is always possible. But coming from him, it sounds like wishful thinking. Jenny and Sumit have both sacrificed a great deal to be together. Sumit endured a secret, involuntary, arranged marriage. He withstood his parents disowning him. Jenny said goodbye to everyone and everything to come and live with Sumit. After all of that, is Sumit's toxic family going to get their way? We sure hope not.